Hello students, good afternoon. Today we shall discuss the next part of Unit 2, that is the features of traditional cultural economy of India. Now these things are so simple. We have been reading this since our plus 2 days, so it needs no explanation. But still I will tell you what are the features of the traditional agrarian economy of India. Okay, so India is basically an agricultural economy. At the time of independence, about 82% of the people, they were doing farming. So agriculture is in the lifeblood of Indian economy. Therefore, we cannot neglect this sector. Rather, this sector is the most important vital sector of the country. But this sector is mostly neglected. This sector has been greatly debarred from all the facilities since independence. But in every plan, we have tried our best to achieve certain objectives. But still, we have failed, and the real benefit has not gone to the ground level, to the poor farmers, to the land, or to the temporary tenants or tillers. The real benefit goes to the big farmers, the corporate houses, the middleman. But the real benefit never reaches the small and marginal farmers. It never reaches for the development of the land and the farmer in the villages in the ground level. So, under this background, let us discuss what is the what are the characteristics or features of our traditional agrarian economy. You see, I have written here, the first and foremost is gamble of monsoon. Indian agriculture is a gamble of monsoon. If monsoon comes in the right time, in the right quantity, it's all right. Crop flourishes. If the monsoon comes late, earlier, or in more number, or in less number, or in disproportionate manner, then the crop becomes a failure. Therefore, crop production, crop harvesting directly is directly proportional to the monsoon. And monsoon comes only once in a year. So the farmer only depend upon monsoon water for its harvesting, for its cultivation. It has no question of any irrigation. After 70 years of our independence, till today, only 35% land of the country, of the farmland, is only irrigated. Still 65% of the land is not irrigated. They simply depend upon one single source, that is rain, for their farming. Okay, so this is the first characteristics of our traditional agricultural status. The second is technology. What to talk of technology? Technological upgradation has been done in every part of the world except in India. Indian farms and farmers, it's not that they don't want to use technology, but they are unable to do so because of the small size of land. You see, in the villages, lands are subdivided, fragmented, scattered. Therefore, the farmer is unable to use the modern equipments, modern implements, sophisticated technologies in its own land. He knows that if he uses such technology, production will be much more higher, but still he is unable to do so because the land size is very small, and secondly, the landowner is not a land tiller. Tiller is somebody else, owner is somebody else. So why should the tiller want to use technology in the land of other? Okay, therefore technological upgradation though has taken place in few selected pockets, but it is still not reached majority of the marginal and small farmers. Now you see, if the land size is small, you cannot use tractor. Okay, you can use power tillers, but that technology, that technical know-how does not reach the poor farmers. A poor farmer does not know how to use a power tiller and how to get it. So how to use it. Therefore, he doesn't know the technological marvel has not reached the rural areas. Third is traditional seed. The most important part of agriculture is the seed we use. We mostly use the country seeds, the traditional seeds whose productivity is highly low. Its productivity is almost 1/10 of the modern seeds, hybrid seeds. But such seeds, the farmers cannot have an access to such seeds, so it only depend upon the country seed, the village the traditional seeds for which production is less. And remember, in small size of land, small pieces of land, we cannot use high yielding variety of seed, because that particular seed needs special care, attention, more fertilizers, then more modern equipments. But the farmer, rural farmers, small farmers, marginal farmers, they are unable to cultivate with such seeds because they don't use such farm implements. Now next is single crop. As I told you that they depend upon monsoon water for their harvest, therefore they simply go for one crop annually. It may be rice, it may be paddy, any product they simply produce during this period when there is rainwater. And after 3 months, when the water is drained out from the land, there is no question of any cultivation. So therefore, a single crop, nowhere in the world now a farmer only produces a single crop. Everywhere the farmer produces 3 crops annually, because he has his own irrigation facilities. So he has his own plot of land, compact block of land, and where he cultivates. But Indian agriculture is an agriculture by chance, not by choice. So he should take it as a profession, so that he can use more implements, he can produce 3-4 crops annually, he can go for sharecropping also, which will benefit him to a large extent. But that technology, that type of attitude, psychological change has not come in India. Next is feudalism. Feudalism means it's a system in which the master of the land remains somewhere else and the land is really cultivated by a temporary tenant. मो जमी मु सहर रही मो जमी को मु गाँव में भाग देदेली भाग चाष जी कला सी कौन पाई चाषर उन्नति कर सी कौन पाई तार उत्पादन बढ़ाई चेष्टा कर बिकज से जहाँ उत्पादन कर तार गोटे सेयार तो मुझे सी सब कम कर बट सब पाइबनी तार गोटे सेयार मुझे दिस इज नथिंग बट फ्यूडलिज्म. Under feudalism, the master used to exploit the serfs, the farmers. So the farmers will produce, but the masters will take away all the products. Now that system continues till today in India. Therefore, production, farming, agriculture, farmers, their standard is as it is, what it was before 50 years. Now, improper marketing. What to say about this? Last time we had this webinar on this. Improper marketing. That is, the farmers don't have proper marketing facility. He is forced to sell the products in his own particular area, in his mandi, in his society, or in his locality. He cannot come out of his area to sell it outside. So, and even if what he produces, there is no question of any storage. If there is facility of storage, that would have been, then he could have stored his product out in the surplus time, and he could have sold it in the deficit time to get more money. You see, potato is sold at 3 rupees, 4 rupees per kg in the month of January and December. But now it is sold at 25 to 30 rupees per kg. So if there would have been much more cold storages, then the farmers could have stored it there, and after the surplus is over, when the deficit comes, he would have taken it out and he would have sold it at a higher price. So improper storage, improper marketing, improper storage. Okay. Next is lack of finance. Financial need of the farmer is the most, because if a farmer is so poor, he is unable to meet his both ends. Therefore, he cannot have money. He doesn't have money to go for better investment in his land. So he needs capital. He needs money. But in the banks, in the villages, banks are in very less number. So they simply go for finance to the Gaon Mahajans, the village moneylenders, the middleman, the so-called Veparis, Saukarans. So they give money to the farmers to cultivate, and ultimately these farmers sell their products to those persons at a very low price. So finance is another problem. Poor infrastructure. In the villages again, the infrastructure is so poor that the farmer is unable to carry his product to a distant place for sale. There are no roads, no communications, no railways, no electrification. Many villages are there. So because of lack of transport, lack of infrastructure also, this is another factor, feature of Indian traditional agriculture. Next is less technical skill. As I told you, a farmer is not a farmer by choice, he is a farmer by chance. So he has very little technical knowledge as to how to cultivate the land in a modern way, how to grow more crops, how to fetch more money. This he doesn't know. As a result of which, what happens? As a result of which, the production falls, and he does that type of farming what his grandparents told him before hundreds of years. So there is nothing novelty, there is nothing newness in agriculture. Therefore, this continues. They have less technical skill. Even if the technicians, the scientists, the agricultural officers visit villages and they try to train them, but the farmer is not willing to accept the new things. Less use of fertilizers. This is again a problem, because Indian farmers, they simply use very less fertilizers. They mostly use the manures, cow dungs and these biofertilizers. Of course, it's not bad, but for growth of more crops, for growth of promotion of more production, we need more use of fertilizers as the land requires. आम देह खराब होमें चेर मूली बाटिक पीवा कौन सागे सागे भल हो, बट एलोपैथी मेडिसिन खाइले सागे सागे भल हो। ठीक सेमती लैंड्र किसी रिक्वायरमेंट्स अच्छी, नाइट्रोजन, फॉस्फरस, पोटास. So these types of fertilizers the land requires. You have to test the soil, and accordingly what is wanting in the soil, that you have to add. But आम फार्मर मैंने ये बेसी यूज करना. Improper land reforms. Now many land reforms have been undertaken in India, right from 1951 Jamindari Abolition Act. Then you have sealing of landholding, consolidation of landholding. Then you have cooperative farming, collective farming. Many changes are there in the villages made by the government to change the status and standard of the farmers and the land. But all such land reform, land tenure systems, measures, policies have greatly failed in India because of the non-cooperation of the villagers, non-cooperation of the farmers, because they are illiterate, they are not able to understand the better farming methods, better farming wage, so therefore they don't accept it, as a result of which the land reform measures have been totally a great failure in India. So these are the basic features. You can add also one more, two more points, nothing more help, but these are the basic problems, basic features of Indian traditional farming. Okay, so these things are very simple. We have been reading this since long, so I don't think this is at all important, difficult for you. Now, a unit रे सेमती किसी बड़ जिनस ना. यूनिट 3 रे तुम आसो एग्रीकल्चरल प्राइसिंग एंड एग्रीकल्चरल फाइनेंस. एग्रीकल्चरल प्राइसिंग पॉलिसी गवर्नमेंट कौन करछि, एग्रीकल्चरल लोन्स, डेप्ट्स, फाइनेंस केमती कौन चाषी मैंने पाँच तार डिफरेंट मेथड्स, तार डिफरेंट एजेंट्स सब पड़ो. यूनिट 4 तुम एग्रीकल्चरल मार्केटिंग अच्छी एंड दिस मंडीज एंड ऑल दिस एग्रीकल्चरल मार्केटिंग पर आसो यूनिट 5 रे आसो तुम ग्लोबलाइजेशन एंड एग्रीकल्चर WTO and agriculture export import of agriculture. So these things are very simple. You simply read them from a book. I tell you, it's not possible for me to send you videos all the time. Neither it is essential now, I think, because I know you know how the exam will be, your 6th semester exam will be there. So there is no question. I told you to purchase a book. Agricultural economics, either purchase a book or a meaning book or a key book. If there is, it is not available in the bookstore, give him order. You give him some advance of money. You please bring it for me. So he will bring it for you, so that you can read it. And I tell you, it will not take days. It will not take more than 7 days for you to complete that book. And you get it in Odia medium. Okay, it will be easier for you to remember. So, जदि बजार मिलूनी दोकानी को ऑर्डर दियो, एडवांस दियो और को शीघ्र आनी देवाई एवं से बही को तुम 7 दिन लगे सारिया एकदम चटी बहीटे तेणु बहुत बढ़िया भाव परीक्षा दे पार है। सो आज पर आई थिंक यही पेपर में मुझे क्लास ना आवश्यक ना, बिकज मोर सेमिस्टर 1 फर्स्ट सेमिस्टर आ 4th सेमिस्टर ऑनर्स पेपर मतलब रहा पड़ूँ, तेणु मतलब टाइम हेनी मुझे क्लास नेबी +2 क्लास नेबी। तेणु तुम मानकर क्लास कर दरकार नहीं, तुम मैंने पढ़ एवं से बहीटी कि पढ़, जदि ना दुकान में कह सी आनी तुमको दब, क्या सब खोलीगला मार्केट में बही आवेलेबल अच्छी। जब सी कई लोग पिला चाहूना बोली से आणुनी आडभांस दियो, से तुम गाड़ी दब और तुम पढ़। ओके, आ जहाँ सब देच मत प्रोजेक्ट्स आउ DSC 3 जो देच इंटरनल आंसर सब मुझे देखी और जो मैंने देन वो 7 days टाइम दूसरी, विदिन 7 days प्लीज कंप्लीट एंड सबमिट इट टू मी। ओके, ताकि थाउ आम आ क्लास नबानी। इफ यू हैव एनी प्रॉब्लम यू कैन डायरेक्टली रिंग मी, मो फोन नंबर मुझे डिस्क्रिप्शन देदेवी, मतलब डायरेक्टली फोन कर पचार एवं निजे निजे पढ़ से बही आनी पढ़, कौन सी डाउट्स तो मन रही, तुम आराम रे एग्जाम भल कर। ये वर्ष तुम एग्जामटा गोटे एमती मेथड हम जे इट इज ए गोल्डन अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर यू टू सिक्योर गुड मार्क्स। एमती केबे हुएनि केबे हबनी भी आगु फर्स्ट टाइम तुम लाइक एमती हो, तेणु यू आर वेरी लकी एनफ, बिकज तुम भल एग्जाम दब भल नंबर भी पाइब। ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच। आउ मोर मु तुम आउ वीडियो पठेबी, तुम बर्तमान जहाँ रोब्लेम मत फोन में पचार। राइट, सो हैव ए नाइस टाइम, हैव ए नाइस एग्जाम, प्रिपेयर प्रॉपर्ली एंड बी सेफ, बी सिक्योर। SMS पालन कर, कौन मास्क, सैनिटाइजर एंड सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग आपको पालन कर, एवं 3rd वेव आसा पूर्व तुम एग्जाम सरी जाऊ चाहूँ। ओके, थैंक यू, हैव ए नाइस टाइम।